Bam, and that says 11 a.m. Eastern time here East Coast in New York. What's happening, everybody? How you doing out there, man? Here we go. Sunday baseball. You ready for some baseball today, man? Yeah. How's everybody out there today? Hope maybe we get a comment, see what's happening out there. Hope you're all well on this Sunday. Man, of course, the weather here is about the same as it is everywhere. And I'm going to get into all that stuff, man. We got a lot to talk about today. So, all right, I'm EJ. This is the Sports Betting Pub. It's happy hour here, man. We got games starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the East Coast. We got all that covered, man. Let's talk about a little about what happened last night. First, man, out of Detroit. Man, damn Survivor Streak got snapped because nobody scored, man. Man, Grossman. At least Grossman did something, man. Boom. And game 1, 1-0. Mr. Grossman, 1-0. Man. And now, of course, the Tigers took game 2. Man. So now they're going for the sweep. The Tigers are going for the sweep today. And in case you didn't notice, the Twins are favored. Ugh. What? The Twins are favored today. We're going to get into that. What? All right, man. Now, Texas-Toronto, of course, was postponed. We were concerned about the rain. I told you it was a 15-mile-an-hour. When it's a 15-mile-an-hour breeze and it says rain in Buffalo, stay home. Don't even go out. Looks like they're going to get that in today. Talk about more about yesterday, too, before we get into today. Was it cool to hear Gary Thorne on WPIX last night? I don't know if any of you follow Mets games or Yankee games or anything from New York like I am. I mentioned yesterday, my wife and I don't really miss Mets-Yankees games. If they're on, we're on them. And it was just cool, man. First you go to SNY. Nope, not there. So you should check PIX. Sure enough, man, right away. That's Gary Thorne. I know that voice anywhere. Obviously, anybody who knows any of the old Mets stuff before he went to Baltimore and spent, man. Gary Thorne was pretty much the voice of the Mets, man, for a little bit there. Yeah, you know him at ESPN, too, for his hockey and all that. Gary Thorne's cool, man. Did he do the best job? Well, all right. He's Gary Thorne, man. Can we at least do that, man? Yeah. Hey, Tyler, what's happening, man? What's happening? Yeah, he is. He is 4-2 against Detroit. But is that going to matter today, Tyler, man? The Twins shouldn't be favored against you and me, man. If you were in left field and I was in right field and we were playing the Twins today, we'd beat them. Favored. Wow. Yeah, man, I don't really care what the Hap record is against him. We're going to get into that, man. Man, and not only was I want to talk about Gary Thorne, but did you see Marvin behind the plate last night, man, for the Mets game? Strike? Wait. Marvin blew about 5 to 8 calls last night behind the plate. And that's what prompted me to kind of get into talking more about the umpires who are around the plate every day. Because if you don't think the umpires matter, you know what, man? Everything matters. Man, there is no end to what you think could have an effect on a baseball game, just like any other damn sport we're talking about. The weather, the starters, the way the team is playing, the umpires, my God, man. The list goes on. The trends that everyone wants to talk about, whether you want to follow them around all the time too, man. The numbers point you. My God, man. So many aspects to handicap. You just got to figure out which one you think applies the best today because there's so many damn angles to go by. Cards 3-1, man. Got me, man. Thought the Giants would win yesterday. The Cards end up with that 3-1 win. Got me. Man, I lost a bunch of my sides yesterday. It kind of sucks. Braves, another one of them, man. Braves just wiped out Tampa yesterday. 9-0, man. 9-0, huh? Just nothing? Oh. And then, of course, what Chicago did to Houston. Man, tried to play Houston back-to-back there, and now we have a rubber game to deal with. Man, White Sox looked good yesterday. Orioles and KC. My God, man. What did I tell you about Baltimore? 2-8. You get 2 or you get 8. They broke out for 8 last night. That's what they do. And did you see it's Matt Harvey Day? It's Matt Harvey Day. Hope I didn't just like have 4 volcanoes go off on the planet somewhere because it's Matt Harvey Day. San Diego game suspended, obviously. Man, that game went exactly how we thought it was going to go. Well, what did you do? And you see today, oh my God, man. I mentioned in my Discord channel when I looked at the lines last night before that whole rain thing happened, and San Diego's team total in the first 5 innings against Max Scherzer was 1.5. Wait, what? What? Hey, I got Tyler said what, man? What'd you say, man? White Sox? Okay. You were trying to tell me, man. What are you trying to tell me, man? That Mets game, of course, then we got more news about Lindor. That's an oblique, man. We'll see you later. That's it. If we see him back by September, maybe Lindor will be back by September, maybe. It's an oblique, man. No bueno. No bueno. He's out for a while. And really, I even mentioned that yesterday too, man. Oh, batting average. All right, sorry, man. Yeah, man. It's weird how they've really fallen apart, man, for sure. I mean, yeah, the White Sox batting. St. Louis too, man. A lot of teams all of a sudden just lost their bats. Yeah, we'll talk about some of that. But that Mets game, man, crazy game. I mean, now that's a crazy game. Obviously, J.D. Davis comes up with the big blast, and then he comes up with the bigger blast. Dude, you see that second home run for J.D. Davis last night, man? Yo, that almost got out of the stadium. All it looked like. My God, man, hit a bomb much? That ball, it might be still going. That made it 4-0 at the time too, and then they chased Crow from there, and then my God, did everything get a little crazy, right, man? Woo! How about Mr. Stallings? Calling Mr. Stallings. Boom! Drive home safely. What a shot, man. You get up with the bases loaded in a walk-off situation and you do that. You only need a single, man. Just do something. Oh, I'll do something, all right. 9-7, drive home safely, man. Wow. I mean, wow. Mentioned the Dodgers, right? We mentioned the team total yesterday, 7.5. All right, well, it's 5-2 going to the ninth. Don't look like that's going to happen. Oh, really? Man, isn't that amazing? I mean, isn't that amazing? Man. Turner, 2-run double. There's 7. Oh, okay. Well, how about Mr. Muncy? Oh, let's make it 9. Man, that's how easy it is for LA, man. Really, I mean, you can't even just look at their 7.5 team total and be intimidated by it. Can you? Is that insane? I mean, here's 4 real quick for you. Anytime you need 4 runs, hold on, I got the Dodgers. That's amazing. If that's not impressing you, man. Whew. Offense is loaded. It's just loaded. Stupid. Angels got that big win over Seattle 9-4, man. I thought Seattle might hang around there a little longer than they did. No. How about Milwaukee winning that game in extras? I know a lot of people are probably going to be pounding Milwaukee tonight. I saw that line somewhat reasonable, like -130, somewhere in there. But, man, that extra $5 for me kind of hinges a little bit. You know me, man. I see that was 125. And once you start going above -125, I kind of start looking around for something else to bet. But -130, okay. I can understand why everyone's like, pound the Brewers today. I get it, man. I get it. Cincinnati's not playing that well, even though they are home. Doesn't matter. Does it matter? Milwaukee looks like they're a better team. And more often than not, the better team's going to win the damn baseball game. I get it, man. What else happened last night? What were we talking about? Cleveland, man. They did get that win yesterday. Man. Remember, I'm like, what's Oakland doing favored -175? I wish Cleveland was a little bit better on the road. And, man. Of course, they find the +150. Cleveland goes out and gets that win on the road, man. Damn it. You know what I mean? Those are the things like, you mention it and you think to yourself, I talked about that game. I mentioned that I really thought Cleveland had a decent chance. I saw that line and said, But then you start doing all the snooping and searching around and you realize that Cleveland sucks on the road. Oh, they were 0-6 at that point. just not playing well, man. 3-10 their last 13, like I mentioned yesterday too. Just not playing that well on the road. It's tough to have confidence, even man. But then you got to really think about those lines too, man. Because plus 150 now, hey now, plus 150s when you're chasing an even money, okay. But when you're chasing a plus 150 and stuff happens, changes your ROI, man. Your bankroll just goes a little bit hopping up and jumping, man. Of course, Atlanta. Hey, how about Atlanta getting Jock Peterson? Oh, Jock Peterson said, "Hey, you want me on your team, do you?" Boom. Okay. So someone's motivated. He's got to be motivated. You really? I like that line today too. You see Atlanta's line today? The two other games are going to wrap up today. Miami and Philly get wrapped up, and that Washington-San Diego game are going to get wrapped up today. I want to talk about the weather a little bit because there's really not all that much to discuss, so it really won't be tough. It's 80 degrees everywhere, by the way. Look at the baseballdata.com, baseballdata.com, I think it is, where they just show all the fields and they show all the everything. Man, Pittsburgh, 8-mile-an-hour breeze to right. It's cloudy. What do you know? Buffalo, it's 75 degrees and cloudy. 78 degrees game time somewhere in there. What do you know? It's 80 degrees everywhere today. It's amazing. Detroit, 80 and clear. Cincinnati, 80 and cloudy. Atlanta, 80 and cloudy. Kansas City, 80 and 8-mile-an-hour breeze. Everywhere today. First, I thought it was like a little bit of an error, and I obviously did a little bit of homework. Looked up, St. Louis weather, Kansas City weather, Atlanta weather. 78, 79 degrees. There's no error here. It's 80 degrees around the country today. It's amazing. Washington with that 10-mile-an-hour breeze blowing out to right. Really more of the first base side. Looks like not so much out to right center or anything like that. But the breeze is 10-mile-an-hour breeze. 10-mile-an-hour breeze. Colorado is clear again. Man, I'm moving to Denver. I got to convince my wife to move to Denver, man. If we leave New York at all, Colorado's not the worst place to live in the world, man. Angels, 7 to 8-mile-an-hour breeze, straight out there, man. Straight out to center field. Beautiful day, of course. It's L.A. Do I need to give you the weather in L.A.? Yeah, here. All right. My God, it's the weather in L.A. every day. Oakland, 70 degrees clear. Clear day in Oakland, man. Love that. Oh, man, I love that area. Arizona, it's 101 degrees. What do you know when it's cloudy? Okay. The night game is cloudy here in New York today. I don't know if you really can kind of tell, but there's not much sun out here today. Don't expect much. Scattered rain here and there. 80 degrees. All right, umpires today, man. Chris Segal, Washington. Phil Cousy, Philly. Lance Barnett's behind the plate in Cincy. Todd Tichener's behind the plate in St. Louis. Corey Blazer's behind the plate in Colorado today. Oh, man. Ball's going to fly out of there today again. Rob Drake is hanging out in Arizona behind the plate today. Lipka is at the Detroit game. Lipka is at the Detroit game today. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Tigers' money line today. Yep. Take him out, man. Isn't that amazing when we're talking about the Tigers just continually taking out Minnesota? Scott Barry behind the plate for Chicago White Sox game. Patty Hoberg's behind the plate in KC. Joe West out in L.A. Gabe Morales is out in Oakland. Adrian Johnson is playing in Atlanta behind the plate today. Shoe Waters in Toronto for game 2. Or for game 1, I'm sorry. Shoe Waters behind the plate for game 1 in Toronto today. Doubleheader. And Ryan Addition's out behind the plate for game 2 with that thing. This is the rotation over there. And then Manny Gonzalez will be behind the plate for the Yankees Red Sox game tonight. And, hey, man, if you follow baseball enough and you probably know all these names and you know what they bring to the table when they're behind the plate. Because like I mentioned, man, when you see Marvin Hudson behind the plate, you might want to know that strike zone's about yo big. Obviously, everybody has their version of a strike zone, which is basically why we're going to be going to. I don't think how they're going to master the whole, is it a strike, is it a ball with robots and all that they're talking about. And I doubt they're going to put robots out there. Actually, so somebody mentioned, are they really going to be putting robots behind the plate instead of a human being? All right. Wheeler today for Philadelphia, but there's no Fish starter yet. I don't see a starter, so we can't talk about the rest of that second game. Announce your starter, man. Taijuan Walker and Brubaker today for the Mets in Pittsburgh. JT Brubaker, man, with that 4-9 and 4.47, struggling to have a season, man. Just not putting it together. Yeah, and you see the Mets are only minus 130 today. Oh, man. I'm going to assume a lot of people are on the Mets today. There isn't much value in Pittsburgh there. There isn't much plus 110 with Pittsburgh if you want to fade the Mets today. You know what, man? I mentioned about Lindor. Are the Mets going to end up being a better hitting team without Lindor in that lineup? I mean, they found 7 runs last night. They didn't win the baseball game, obviously, the way everything worked out. But, man, the Mets have a pretty good chance today, man. Just something about it. Just don't like the line. And hopefully that line's taking me off it. And if they don't win, I don't have to be like, yeah, well, they were minus 130. Maybe something about that took me off it, and the bet Pittsburgh might win. Yeah, it's a tough game to really read, man. I can go either way. It really is a coin flip. So if you really see minus 130 on the Mets there, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I'll pay for the Mets today. Because a lot of people do see Lindor as an asset to that lineup. I mean, the dude was batting 190. You know, man, not for me. I get his whole history, 3-time All-Star and all that stuff that he was. But, man, his glove really was more to me. When you watch a lot of Mets games and you see the whole story of his season so far, I think Lindor's season really defensively was really where his boost came from because he really wasn't hitting the ball. Game 1 in Texas with Lardigan and Hugh. If Rue, man, 7.5. Obviously, it was 9.5 yesterday, but it was a 9-inning game, so it's 7.5 today for the 7-inning game because it's a split doubleheader, right? So, man, you can't touch that, especially minus 210. Toronto is minus 210, man. Where's the value? The value would be in Texas, but friends don't let friends bet on the Texas Rangers, even at plus 180, plus 190. Jesus, is the value there? Sure, but is the real value in Texas? Betting on Texas to throw away your money, man. Hey, you know what? You might be able to get plus 200 at some point on that bet. I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there who probably consider taking Texas today simply because of the line. I get that. Game 2 with Fultonich and Mats. Now, there's your over. Fultonich. What's that with Fultonich and Mats? Are you serious, man? 2-8. Obviously, Mats is 7-4, but that's because he has the support he has behind him. Still don't think he, man. Between all those former Mets, man, Matt Harvey and Steven Matz, nope. Got to take that over 8 in game 2, especially if you see how far out the first game went, and obviously check your lineup for game 2 because a Sunday doubleheader is definitely a little bit of a different story. But I'm going to take that game 2 over 8 probably. As long as the lineup's there, I'm going to check that game 2 lineup. That's a straight doubleheader, 1 and 4 o'clock. So you know what? We talked about J.A. Happ today, and thanks, Tyler, for posting about Happ being 4-2 lifetime against the Tigers. Which, hey, man, you know what? Who isn't 4-2 lifetime against the Tigers, man? I'm 4-2 against the Tigers. So man, that's not all that impressive of a stat to really go by anything, man. It's the line here. When I see minus 124 Minnesota when I got up this morning. Come on, man. You can't let the Twins be favored. We got to take Detroit today. Plus 105, plus 115, depends on your book. And, it's 11:20 right now on my clock. So in the next hour and a half, I don't know if that line's going to move too much. But, man, I got the Tigers. I got the Tigers simply because they're the underdog at home today, and they haven't. Minnesota stinks. Minnesota's a disaster. Favorite on the road when you're playing like that after losing a doubleheader. Favorite. Rich Hill on the mound for Tampa today in Atlanta with Smiley. Dude, Atlanta money line at minus 110? What? Fine. Dude, nothing. What about Tampa has made you think to just go, what? Detroit 4-10 on Sundays this year? Yeah, that's good, man. I mean, it sounds like you're trying to convince me and everyone else here, Tyler, that Minnesota's the play here. If that's what you're trying to do because of Happ, because of Detroit's record on Sunday and all that kind of stuff, hey, man. You got really? All right. I got another person saying the Twins are going to roll today. All right. Hey, man. If you both think that, you know what, man? It's mano a mano. Me versus you today, man. Both of you guys. That's cool. Hey, man. I don't know if you guys are over at covers. If you are, you will post to my thread or something. That's cool, man. It's fun to be able to go back and forth. I mean, I don't think the Twins can roll over anybody right now. I mean, honestly, that's the reason they're favored? That's what you're going to go with? You're talking to somebody who runs a site called Think Dog. Man, for 25 years, I ran a site called Think Dog. You're going to tell me that because they're favored is the reason that you should take them? You're wrong guy, man. You and me are on the wrong page, dude. I think dog first all day, any day, all the time. Reason they're favored? No. You're never going to ever convince me that somebody being favored is the reason why you should bet them, dude. Unagi. Unagi. Dude, out of your fucking mind talking about why they're favored, dude. Not here. Wrong place, man. Sorry, dude. Again, Baltimore with Matt Harvey. Oh. And then you want to throw in Carlos Hernandez, man. So you want to throw in Carlos Hernandez trumped with Mr. Harvey on the mound, man. They only left that total at 10 today. 10! 10 runs. Had it out for this reason and this reason alone, man. 10 runs in Baltimore sold. Baltimore KC, man. Kauffman Stadium. All day, man. All day with those two and those two bums on the mound, man. 10 runs. So when it's 5-3 going to the fifth inning, and you man, play that first 5 total if you really need to, too, man. They're not going to come out and set the tone with pitching in Baltimore, Kansas City today. No. No pitching. I don't expect either one of them to even be near this game come the 6th inning, man. Because neither one of those managers are going to be like, man, I trust him. That's my guy today. Ugh. Good luck with that. San Francisco today with Cueto, 6-5 with a 4.15, man. He's looking pretty good this year. I mean, he's one of the reasons why, getting an experienced starter like that in your roster kind of, bolster that rotation a little bit. He's someone that, those guys are all looking to over there, man. I mean, trust me, they talk to Cueto. He's seen it all. You talk about someone who's seen it all, pitched in every damn environment that you can ever pitch in. Obviously, if you spend that much time in Cincy, he knows all that stuff about Jesus, man. Talking about pitching and weather and all that kind of stuff. There's a weather park for you right there in San Francisco. Of course, they're not in San Francisco today, but St. Louis is a weather park too, make no mistake. LeBlanc on the mound today needs that win. I mean, at some point, I assume LeBlanc's going to get that win today. Right? I mean, San Francisco's favored on the road, -120 today. Wow. LeBlanc is going to have to pick up that win at some point, man. Maybe it'll come today. I'm not going to take St. Louis. I don't have St. Louis as one of my plays today, but, man, I didn't touch it. Price today on the mound with Gray. Oh, man. Price has looked great so far, man, with that 4-0 record. I mean, he hasn't lost a game yet, at least. That's got to be impressive, man. Hey, John. How you doing, John, man? Thanks for hanging out again. Seattle, too, with Logan Gilbert in the 3-2 in that LA game with Sandoval. Patty's doing all right, man. I mean, Patty's doing all right. I mean, the record, the 2-3 doesn't really show how well he's really pitched this year, but Pat Sandoval can pitch, man. I don't know if you've noticed any of that. Dude can pitch, man. Of course, they're -130 today, and which really kind of takes a little bit of the value out of everything for me, man. Again, Cubs today with Davies. Merrill Kelly, 5-7. Gotta take the Cubbies today, money line, don't you? When I saw that line, too. What? Even? To pick them. Dude, I can't take Arizona at any point. At any point, at what point do you think that what goes through your mind? Oh, you know what? Diamondbacks have a little value today. I haven't heard anybody say that in 3 months. Going on 4 months now? The Diamondbacks never have any value. At least the Cubs are fighting for something, man. We know they were playing well before, and we obviously see now if you're gonna get on the right path going towards the second half here, man. Taking out Arizona for the Cubs would be a pretty good idea about how we go about starting the second half. Even money, it's a pick 'em. Yeah, man, I'm gonna take the Cubs today. Who else? The police sack game with Bassett. Remember, I thought Bassett was going to start on Thursday. So I'm going to take that first 5 inning again with Oakland. I thought that was going to be the play on Friday. We ended up cashing that one too. But I like that play again today with Bassett on the mound. The first 5 innings, and Oakland -1. You can even get Oakland minus. I saw Pinnacle has Oakland minus half a run in the first 5 innings at -111. So they only have to have a lead. You don't even have to push the one. I mean, we saw what happened the other day with the 3-1 and the lead, the home run, the top of the 5th that scared the hell out of me. But man, Bassett could pitch his brains out. I'm taking Oakland and that -half. If you can go to Pinnacle and get that, but I have the -1. Man, I mean the -1's +120. So at least there's a little bit of value there. All right, so I'm going to talk about that Game 2 doubleheader in Buffalo today. Over 8. Make sure those lineups are all there. I'm taking that over 8 in Game 2. Tigers money line. All right, guys. You can have the Twins. I got the Tigers. We'll meet again tomorrow and talk about it. You better come back here if they lose, man. And I'll be here if I lose. Hey, man. Shit happens. We all know, man. We all know. And it's cool to have a little. Now I'm certainly going to be making sure I keep an extra eye on that Tigers game a little bit. Yeah. Hey, man. That's what it's all about here a little bit. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, Oakland -1 in that first 5 again, like I mentioned here. Yeah. Love it. Love it. I'm going to take that first 5 over 4, too, even with Bassett on that mound. That total in the first 5 innings is 4. For this 3-1 again, push me away. Let me go. Just let me go. I think it's going to be about 4-2 this time going to the 6th inning. So that first 5 inning total with Oakland is 4. Sold. And that total is 8, too. So either way, either play the first 5-4 or the over 8. If you think the runs will come late, play the 8. If you think the runs will come early, play the first 5-4. You know what I mean? I'm not going to argue with anybody who plays that either way, man. It's not like we're talking about 9 or 9.5 or anything like that. It's 8. Just straight 8. Nice little breeze shooting out. So, yeah, either play the first 5 over 4, that Oakland -1 in the first 5, and or the over 8. Options there in that Oakland game, man, for sure. San Diego. But, okay, Scherzer's on the mound today. Great. Dude, hot bats take out pitching to me. And I get Max. We all know what Max can do. He's good, man. He's going to pay throwing that fastball somewhere up there. And the fact that he thinks he's Mr. Man, and I'll challenge you. What, you think you can hit my fastball? I'll throw it more times than you think you can hit it. Don't do that today, Max. Max Scherzer ain't listening to my show. We sure well know that. Don't throw it there. Don't throw it there, Max. Don't throw it there. It's going to end up. That's going to be Max today if he does that, man. He's going to be having spasms in his sleep today. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That'll be Max in his sleep. We'll go home when he goes home tonight after his little performance today. He's going to be in the car going like this all night. Don't throw it there, Max. And like I said, though, I saw San Diego first 5 inning total at 1.5 on some sites, man. Will the Padres have 2 innings by the 6th inning? Or 2 runs by the 6th inning, excuse me. Yes, they will. Yeah, my Yankee game. I still can't. All right, so we got away with it last night. That's great. Man, so now the Yankees are favored again. What? Excuse me, man? Listen, man, Taillon can pitch, all right? There are moments that dude can certainly pitch, but he's certainly predictable. Certainly predictable, man. I got to take Boston again tonight. I know I've taken Boston all 3 games. And again, being a Yankee fan, I'm sure everyone out there is just like all he wants to do is fade his Yankees. No, man. No, it's not all I want to do. It's not the only thing I want to do. It's not the only bet I want to make. And, yes, I have the team total under 95.5 wins this year. So, okay. But contributing to that, I'm still a Yankee fan, man. It's hard to still just kind of root for your team to just lose. And that's not something I really enjoy doing. But it's the reality of the situation, man. At the Red Sox tonight, knowing that they need to win, it's more important that they win this game for them. And now, obviously, the Yankees, everyone in the Yankees certainly understands what's at stake with this point in the season. And obviously, after we take Monday off, The Yankees are going to play 2 in Philadelphia, and then we got 4 more with Boston right away. Probably not the best time for that to happen. And Boston's probably looking at that going, all right. And if you don't take advantage of this Yankee team right now, that's on you, man. It's not really even on me for picking Boston today. It's on Boston for not picking the shit out of the Yankees today, for not having a team out there that they need to have out there. End of story. End of story, man. Talion is not going to shut down Boston today. That's part of it, too. Just don't see it, man. I mentioned the Cubs money line today, too, against Arizona. Yeah, fine. Fine, man. I'll fade Arizona almost any day here. Only going to get even money for it. It's not like I have to pay $50 to fade Arizona again today. The dizzy Diamondbacks. God, man. On that Baltimore KC over 10, on the board. I can't wait until Atlanta, too. Atlanta money line today. Find a way. Find a way to be the better team today, please. God, I can't wait for the salami to start coming out again, too. I haven't had a salami to talk about the whole second half. Neither one of these 3 days. Obviously, the Thursday game got canceled anyway. There hasn't been a salami yet. These doubleheaders thrown in there. Rain all over the place. The line says are just not putting the salami up, which stinks because I love that prop bet. I mean, I play the salami all the time, every day. I'm a totals guy, man. I love my totals. See, we have a couple in there today. Always talking totals. If I'm not talking totals, something's wrong. I want to get everybody ready for the week. Now it's 11:30, so let's get everybody out of here. Thanks to everybody for commenting. Tyler, man, Curtis, John, thanks so much, man. Very cool of you to hang out, even be here and just talk, man. I appreciate it. More than you know. More than you probably know. I appreciate it, man. It's even more fun that we're on the other side and we're all talking about what to do, and that's cool, man. I want to help everybody get ready for next week, man. Oh, thanks, cool, man. Tyler, man, very cool. Thank you. I want to get everybody ready for next week here a little bit. There's 13 Monday baseball games that everyone's going to be concerned with. They're changing venues. A lot of divisional games and series is going to be happening this next week, at least for those next 3-4 days there. Miami, Washington, the Cubs and the Cardinals for 4, the Giants and the Dodgers for 4, Minnesota, Chicago, going to have 2 games in Boston, Toronto, Baltimore, Tampa, the Angels and the A's. Rivalry division games right there, man. Phils and Yanks, like I mentioned, Tuesday and Wednesday will be the interleague game. And then, like I mentioned, the Yankees are going to have 4 with Boston after that. Also, interleague on Tuesday and Wednesday. Kansas City is going to be going to Milwaukee, so Kansas City will lose a bat for interleague Tuesday and Wednesday. Then they're both going to be off on Thursday as they travel for weekend series. So keep an eye out for what's going to be happening next week. Just want to get everybody ready because, Monday comes. It's a new week. Like I mentioned, everyone's going to be transitioning, getting on a plane, traveling somewhere, doing something, man. And that affects everybody too. Depending on the length of the trip and where everyone is now. And I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow when we get together. Stop by, 2 hours before the first game on the board. Whatever time that first game on the board is, I'm going to be on the air 2 hours before to talk about some of those games. That's it. I don't even need to set a time. If you see the first game of the night at 7 o'clock, I'll probably be on the air at 5 o'clock. So that's it. First game's at 3, I'll be on at 1, whatever the time is. So, all right, man, that's it. That's all I wanted to do today. Get a little baseball out there, talk some betting, talk some weather, get your umpire set, get your line set for today. Again, all 3 of you, man, very cool. Thanks for the comments. Go Tigers. Go Tigers! Oh, that's a wrong sport. Hey, man, how often do you get a chance to actually do that, right? So, all right, this is Sports Betting Pub. Happy Hour with EJ is officially over, man, for the day. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll obviously be here back for baseball Monday, start the new week. Some sunshine. It's supposed to be nice here in New York, finally. It hasn't been nice here in New York since July 4th. Just hasn't been nice here, man. I'm an hour north of New York City. Rain in the forecast. More rain in the forecast. Today, again, it's just gray. Doing just rain. Got a beautiful thunderstorm last night. Oh, man. If you're not a fan of thunderstorms, I'm a big fan of thunderstorms, man. Chase them down. All right. Let's get everybody out of here, man. Thanks for joining me. See you Monday, man. I hope all your bets are in. And, man, hopefully we all make some money today. Again, thanks for joining me. We'll see you later, all right? Ciao, baby.